LeZevo likes to talk about life while he's shooting people in the face. LeZevo.
What is going on, everybody? It's LeZevo here, and this is probably going to be one of my last Black Ops gameplay commentaries, unless I decide to go back to this game in the future, because who knows if Modern Warfare 3 is going to make me rage or not, probably. And hopefully, I'm just hoping it's something fun, something that can keep us busy for the next, I don't know, call it 3 months, 6 months. There's some other stuff I'd like to do, like I'd like to play Uncharted 3, which just came out. Obviously, I'm into Battlefield. I'm still loving that game, and I'd like to keep playing Gears. So I guess I got other things to keep me busy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Modern Warfare 3, but I'm hoping it's a good game. So, which kind of leads me to this commentary. Being that it's one of my last few Black Ops commentaries, I figured what better way to go out than use the FAMAS and do a little domination. So this is actually an older gameplay that I have saved up from one of my favorite maps, Firing Range, which I had a lot of success on. I think most of the good players had a lot of success on this map, and which is why it was one of the favorites. I know Redneck was talking about, he was trying to get Vandahar to put a 24/7 firing range weekend or something, and that would be sweet, but they never did make that happen yet. So anyway, like I said, Modern Warfare 3 is coming out, which is kind of why I wanted to do this commentary. It got me thinking about midnight releases. My very first midnight release was the Black Ops midnight release, and I've since been to the Battlefield 3 midnight release. So I've only been to two, but my first one was really interesting. So I thought I would tell you guys kind of the story of my experience getting Black Ops. So basically, I showed up not knowing what to expect, and there was a huge line. I wasn't sure what time to get there. They I think they call you like Sunday before, and they're like, hey, we recommend you be here at like 10 o'clock or something. I was like, I really don't feel like standing outside for 2 hours. I'm just going to show up at like 11:30, and what if I have to be at the end of the line, I'll have to be at the end of the line. I had no clue what to expect, So that day I'm at work. It's a Monday, and I get a phone call from my buddy Wahuka is his gamer tag, but I get a call from him, and it must have been like 7:30ish, 8 o'clock, and he's like, hey, man, he's like, what time are you going up to GameStop? And I said, I'll probably be there, I don't know, like, 11:30, something like that. It's like, it's cold in Michigan, dude. I don't want to stand outside in November for, more than a few hours. So he goes, well, I'm in line right now. I was like, really? I was like, you got like 5 hours before you're going to have that game. And he's like, yeah, I'm in line. I said, how many people are there? And he said, like, about 40 or 50. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, how many people are going to be in line when I get there at 11? This is crazy. So he was actually at a different GameStop than I was, closer to his place. But I was like, man, maybe I should get there a little bit earlier. So I decided I was going to get there about, I don't know, like 10:45 or something like that. And I'm still not excited about, standing in line. So I come walking up or pull into the parking lot, and there was probably about 200 people in line by the time I got there. So I'm there about an hour before we get the game. There's like 200 people. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a midnight release, but basically the way my GameStop does it by my house, maybe they all do it like this, but the one that I go to is it's actually a pretty good system. So when you first get there, they make you go up into the store, and you take care of all of the money side of it. Like you give them your credit card, and they pull up your pre-order, and they make sure everything's good. So they give you a receipt, and basically at 12 o'clock, they start letting people in. You have to have the stuff prepaid and pre-done, and then you walk in there, give them the receipt, they mark it off, initial it, and give you the game. So like, you don't have to do anything. It goes really quick. So basically, it's a really efficient system. You just got to know what you're doing. So when you first get there, I was like standing in line, like, what do I do? And started, asking some people what to do, and they were like, yeah, just go inside, and they'll ring you up, whatever. And like I said, it's a good system. It seems to work pretty good. It gets you moving through the line really fast. So you just got to kind of know what you're doing before you go in there. But anyway, they always have some cool stuff going on. Like they had a Modern Warfare 2 tournament going on when I was there for the Battlefield release. They always do raffles. Like they'll raffle away some cool posters, and I don't know if they raffle away any copies of the game or anything like that, but or gift. They always do gift cards. I think that's one of the other prizes. Gift cards, posters. They do some cool things, and they do that just for showing up and standing in line. So. And both times that I've been to a midnight release, I've had good luck, meeting some cool dudes, like just hanging out. And I had no idea what to expect, like I always talk about not having breaking the mold for gaming stereotypes, But yet when I go to these things, I feel like, oh, here it goes. Like start stereotyping in my head, like, oh, there's going to be some like huge like overweight gamer dudes and total losers, and like the same stereotypes that I'm trying to break I have in my head, like, oh, these guys, these are going to be all the noobs that that we see in every game. I'm just going to have a whole bunch, like a line full of them. It's going to suck. But it has never been like that. It's been a really cool time. Like so I encourage you, if you're going to the midnight release, don't be one of those dudes that just stands there and like doesn't kind of own the experience. Like meet some cool people, like talk about the games, talk about what you're excited about and stuff. Who knows, maybe that's where you're going to meet a team of guys that oh man, panic knife, jeez, I'll be happy to be done with that. So yeah, like meet some dudes, meet some people, some chicks if they're there. There's always a few. Speaking of chicks, when my buddy called me from that Black Ops release, he told me his wife was with him. Like I looked on Facebook and he's tweeted this picture of her with like a coffee, like in a blanket, sitting in this lawn chair outside of GameStop. And I'm like, dude, that's a keeper. Any chick you can take to a Black Ops or any video game midnight release and get her to stand out in line for 5 hours in November in Michigan, that's a keeper for sure. So anyway, I got a kick out of that. So basically, the funny part of the story comes when, as we're waiting in line, everybody's kind of getting excited. The countdown's coming. I think they even did the countdown like it was New Year's Eve or something. I was like, okay, really? It was like 3, 2, 1. Everybody's like, woo! Well, the very first guy in line, God knows how long he's been waiting there. Probably days, years. I don't know. So. He's some young kid, kind of I call him like a young punk. I don't know if that's just me being a grumpy old man, but he comes running out with the game, right? He's got the copy. He's jumping like it's one of those old school Toyota commercials. Like he's like, woo, woo! And he's like, yeah, yeah! And he's just jumping all the way to his car, right? He jumps in this old beat up Ford Tempo or whatever he had, and he pulls up. We're like, it's the GameStop I go to is in a strip mall. So we're all in line, like wrapped around this, like outside of the strip mall, and he's like coming on. He pulls onto the main strip, like right next to us, and he like he rolls down his window, holds the game out the window, goes woo, and like it just jams on the accelerator, just burning out, like tires smoking, and he must have been going about 60 miles an hour down the strip mall. Well, I don't know. The guy must have been an idiot because there's a cop parked right there. There's 200 people in line, so there's a cop like doing crowd control. This thing was big. They had news crews, they had the radio station there, and they had cops like patrolling it or whatever. And so of course the cop just flips on his lights and pulls this guy over. So like I finally get my game. Like I said, their system puts you through really quick, and I finally got my game at about 12:15. I had it in my hand, and I was home by 12:20 or something like that. And so, like, and when I was leaving, this guy was still pulled over. I'm like, dude, you waited there for days, and then you act like a jackass, and now you're still sitting there, and I'm at home playing the game. And you've probably got a ticket. So, moral of the story is don't be that guy. You don't need to get there 12 hours early and be a jackass when you first get the game. Just go there, have a good time, and enjoy the midnight release experience because I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you later.